About 20 kilometers from my town, there's an old bus stop. Buses don't really stop there anymore, but somehow the place always stays lit up at night. Maybe because of that old flickering tube light, which never seems to fully die. People jokingly call it the haunted stop, since there've been plenty of stories about strange things happening there. I never believed in all that. I work the night shift at a textile factory, so I usually get off around 2 or 3 a.m. I pass that road at least 3 or 4 times a week. To me, it was just another deserted turn, a broken bench, some faded bus schedule posters peeling off the wall. Last month, same time, same route, same darkness. Around 2:30 a.m., I was driving back from work. The road was completely empty. My lo-fi playlist was playing. The air outside was driving back from work. The road was completely empty. My lo-fi playlist was playing. The air outside was cold and misty. Everything felt normal. When I got close to the bus stop, the tube light was flickering as usual. But this time, someone was sitting there. At first, I thought it might be a traveler, but nobody ever comes there at that hour. I slowed down. There was a man sitting on the bench, head bowed, wearing a long coat. A small bag was kept beside him. I drove past him, but as I did, he suddenly lifted his head and looked straight at me. That look was empty, as if someone had drained all the life out of his eyes. I pressed the accelerator, convincing myself it was just my imagination. But when I glanced in the rearview mirror, he was standing now. Not just standing, staring right at me. The night was heavy with secrets. The air, thick with the scent of rain, carried whispers that did not belong to the wind. She stepped cautiously into the alley, her breath slow, measured, listening. Footsteps just behind. A shadow flickered, gone before she could turn. The note in her pocket burned against her palm. Meet me at midnight. Alone. But she wasn't alone. Not anymore. A sudden creak, a breath too close, and then darkness. Some mysteries are meant to be solved. Others never should be found. He was standing right in front of my car, middle of the road. I slammed the brakes. The car skidded to a stop, just a few meters away. I stared. He was just smiling. His eyes were wider now, almost glowing in the dark. I shifted into reverse, but before I could move, something hit the back of the car. Hard. There was no vehicle behind me. Nothing. But the impact jolted me forward. When I looked in the mirror, only fog. And then, that same face. In the back seat. I screamed, floored the accelerator. Speedometer crossing 120. My heart was beating so loud, I could hear it over the engine. A few minutes later, I reached home, slammed the door shut, and looked at myself in the mirror. A light scratch ran across my cheek. I sighed in relief, but then I noticed something else. On my shoulder, a patch of dust, exactly like the one on that man's coat. It's been 2 weeks now. I don't take that road anymore. But every night, at exactly 2:30 a.m., the streetlight outside my house flickers. And when I look out the window, I see a shadow sitting on the bench, head bowed, as if waiting for a bus that's never coming.